the government's very keen that we use more cloud services across the Australian public service. And the way that we can do that is to get value for money because of the new way of buying services that cloud technology provides us. What we want to do in the Cloud Services panel is provide a means for agencies of more easily procuring cloud services. We know that if we do that in a way that increases the availability of cloud services to agencies and also eases the way of buying them, that they'll get more take-up of those services. So the scope of the panel is to include the sorts of services that we know are available now in platform as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and then also specialist cloud services for vendors that might want to help agencies get into the cloud through design or onboarding activities that are necessary to use this new form of purchasing IT. In the discussion paper, we talk about a range of things that we want to try and do differently in order to encourage people to provide services in what is a rapidly changing market. First of all, we intend to have regular refreshes of the panel every year after the first 2 years so that new providers have the opportunity to join the panel. We want to have what we're calling just-in-time insurance arrangements so that vendors can take up the insurance they need once they've got a contract with government, not in order to get on the panel in the first instance. We also want to look at changes in the liability cover to reflect the amount of work that a vendor has rather than have a large liability insurance cover at the outset of the work. And we want to make sure that there are services that they can provide that might not necessarily be for the largest agencies, but can also be provided for small agencies. So we're looking at quite a wide range of opportunities for small and medium enterprises in the policy. We have a lot of work in IT from SMEs already. Some 30 to 40% of contracts by value go to SMEs in the ICT area, and some 60% by number, if you like. So we've got a heavy ICT SME involvement now. What we recognise is that a lot of innovation comes in this area from SMEs, and we want to encourage that innovation where we can to get new services being offered to support the work of government. There are a range of policy commitments that the government made before the election, and this goes towards ensuring that there's a method of agencies to fulfil those commitments in an easier fashion than might otherwise be the case. Rather than go out for an open tender every time they want to use the cloud, there's a possibility here, if they want to use it, to use a much simpler process. Changes in cloud policy will be released by government when the government's ready to release them. I think we have to be clear that there are a range of things to do across departments to work through that generates some time to get a new policy in place. I don't think anyone would want us to have a policy that didn't work, so making sure that it's ready to go when it is launched is an important part of our work.